Christopher Rowe, I'm from North South Carolina. I moved here to Charlotte in February. Really do enjoy the city. It's been good to me since I moved up here. Happy for the opportunity to be on Meet to Marry. Looking for a woman who is genuine, kind, loving, knows how to support me as a man just as much as I'm going to support her as a woman. Some of my deal breakers, I don't like cheating. I really don't like lying because we're adults and you can be transparent about what you want or maybe what I'm not even doing because I'm going to do the same. So I expect the same in return. Like I said, look for a woman who's genuine and kind. Happy for the opportunity to be here, and let's get to it.
Welcome to Meet.
Right. So do y'all align with what this young man said? Everything sound good? What is he, 29 years old? Living in, what did he say, South Carolina, I believe? So this is a good show. I can't wait. Let's get to it. Oh, and also let's do a fit check. First of all, the pants too tight. You got to get rid of those distressed jeans. You see how GMT's pants are fitting as a taller guy? That's the way your pants should fit as a younger man. I know 29 years old. I guess that's considered young, but the pants are a little too tight. But other than that, man, you good to go. It's a casual fit. I wouldn't wear that on a date, but yeah, so it is what it is. So let's get to it.
To Mary. Today we are here with my guy Chris in the building. Welcome to the show.
Hey, happy to be here, man. Appreciate you having me.
Oh, no, I'm happy to have you here. So listen, as you know, this show is about dating. We are trying to find you a match to meet to marry. So do me a favor. I would like for you to tell our audience, what are your deal breakers?
Well, my number one deal breaker is domestic violence. I'm not really into the whole physical back and forth with a woman. Somebody who's not truthful can't be with me. Somebody who's a cheater. Those three things, top three.
Okay, no, I'm definitely with that. Who wants a cheater, right? So with that even being said, I would love to bring out our first contestant. So let's welcome the beautiful Ashley to the stage.
Ashley,
Hello.
go.
How are you doing, Ashley?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, it's a pleasure. I would love for you two to get acquainted.
Good afternoon, Miss Ashley. Christopher Rowe.
Nice to meet you.
First thing first, I'd like to know where you from.
Well, I'm from Queens, New York.
Queens, New York. How far?
Oh, goodness. Little brown skin Ashley. Okay, brothers, what y'all think? We got Ashley up here. Nice, beautiful black queen. All right, dressed modestly. I like that. What y'all think? Let's get to it. Fair use.
I was that from White Plains.
Far.
Okay, so what's your ideal type of man?
Ideally, one that knows who he is, one that is a God-fearing man, one that is secure within himself and within his plan or fulfilling his purpose.
Okay, so you said God-fearing man. So how's your relationship with God?
We are locked in, never been closer. Our relationship has grown closer over time, just with life experience and grief and things like that. So,
Okay, that's a beautiful thing to hear. That's a beautiful thing to hear. My relationship with God was good. Unfortunately, my career doesn't allow me to be off every Sunday, so I don't get to go to church as often as I like. I attend Bible study once or twice throughout the week in various spots since I moved to Charlotte. So, I get anywhere I can fit it in.
All right. So with Meet to Marry, you guys have to pay close attention to the communication aspect because GMT did this very well. He gives them time to work it out and conversate. This is what we need to see in regards to these relationship, platforms or shows. So yeah, pay close attention to every woman that he talks to, and you guys decide if there's a better connection with either of the three. Okay, so let's get to it. Fair use.
that's fine. Do you have a personal relationship with him, though? So,
Absolutely. I have a prayer routine that I go through every single day
okay.
before I go to work or when I'm off.
That's the most important thing to me. I don't need the, for show. I need the for sure.
Oh, absolutely. So what's your ideal first date?
First date, somewhere where it's intimate. You can actually have conversation. Good lighting, good food. I don't even mind just a coffee date or a tea date. I'm not a coffee drinker. I drink tea.
You heard that? Coffee date, but she drink tea. That's what y'all brothers like, y'all cheap asses. She need to be open to a coffee date. Go eat, man. I ain't going out the house unless I'm eating, man. But yeah, she opened the coffee dates. There we go.
Yeah, I do not like coffee. But yeah, just getting tea or just sitting down, being able to get to know you one on one.
And what field of work are you in?
So I am in early childhood education, but I'm also an entrepreneur. So
Good. I love educators. My mother's an educator, man. So, it's near and dear to the family, man. I have a lot of educators in the family. That's a beautiful thing to see. And you early childhood, that's like kindergarten, first grade?
So yeah, all the way from infancy, I do have a son. I did homeschool him, so I was able to teach him for the first 2.5 years of his life. And he's very intelligent, very gifted. So
Okay. So let me set the table before guys start complaining about her having a buckaroo. He got a buckaroo of his own as well. He got a daughter. So that cancels each other out. They can Brady bunch it. 2 kids. There you go. Four-person family. So before y'all start, oh man, she got a kid. Let's continue.
I had infants in my classroom all the way up to preschool.
Okay, I have a daughter as well. I have an 8-year-old daughter as well.
There you go.
So you have any deal breakers when it comes to dating?
Smoking is a big no-no for me.
Does it matter what it is?
Well, I don't mind an occasional cigar. I like to go to cigar lounges,
Okay.
so that's not a
That's
problem.
a grown woman.
But yeah, cigarettes.
Cigars. Yeah, she's speaking my language. Yeah, but Chris, you got one.
It's a no-no.
Okay, I don't do cigarettes or cigars. I don't even smoke hookah.
Okay.
But cigars, I was just smoking cigars a couple days ago.
Yeah.
How old is your son?
He's 5.
Okay. And the co-parent relationship's good?
It's getting better. It's good.
Okay, no, I understand that could be a hump to get over. I understand that wholeheartedly.
So what y'all think? The way she answered that question, is a co-parent relationship good? She says it's getting better. I guess it's some contention between her and the child's father. So again, 80-20. I gotta explain this one more time. If that goes in the 20% that you don't like, but everything else is good, the 80%, you can overlook that. It depends. But for the single men who have one buckaroo, what you think? Let us know. Okay, let's get to it.
Yeah.
So, as long as y'all both, holding y'all into the deal and y'all trying to keep it, cordial, that's all that really matters.
Yeah, I'm respectful regardless. He didn't ask to be here, so I just make sure that everything that I'm pouring into him is intentional. It has nothing to do with anything else or anything of that nature.
Absolutely, 100%. You got any questions for me?
I do. What would you say is something that you do when you're anxious or nervous? Like, what's your go-to?
Good question.
Well, when I'm anxious or when I'm nervous or when I got a lot on my mind, I'm probably somewhere in the gym or playing football somewhere, something athletic that's just going to expand energy.
Okay. What does being emotionally safe look like for you?
Well, being emotionally safe with a person or with just myself?
Well, both.
Well, with myself is like I'm in tune with, how my emotional stages can be. Like what I know how I am when I'm upset, when I'm sad, or when I may be nervous or something, or maybe unsure about some things.
Okay.
And with a person, I just want to be able to know that I can talk to you about whatever the case may be. If I can't talk to you about, what may be on my mind, and we can't progress.
Got you.
Okay, so and I wanted to jump in here, and that was actually a great answer. But I will say this: when about being emotionally safe, and on this type of discussion, I hear a lot of guys saying that you want a woman to be your peace. Y'all got to stop saying that. No, you need to be peaceful already, and she needs to be peaceful coming in. So stop saying that you need a woman to be your peace. That alludes to the point or makes it seem like you're not peaceful. So you need some woman to come in here and make everything right and wave the magical wand. No, you should already be peaceful, and she needs to be peaceful as well. I'm not talking about Chris. Well, how he answered was perfect. But for moving forward, just remember that. Stop asking women to be your peace, man. You should already have that. Okay? Let's continue.
I'm loving this. You have another question for him?
I guess my follow-up question would be, what is something that you feel do you feel like there's anything that should be between you and your partner that your partner does not know?
No, I believe in full transparency.
Okay.
So whatever the case may be, whatever the case may be, you communicate, you let it be known.
Real quick. So I think he was trying to be safe there by saying full transparency, and she's asking for a reason because, of course, women want to know everything about you, right? Whatever you went through, your past. But some women, not all, a significant amount of women will use any negative traumas that you had in your past against you if things go bad. Hell hath no fury like a woman scorned. And you can see this playing out in present day with Dwight Howard's ex-wife, Royce. We haven't heard anything from that woman, but Cam Newton decided to bring her on his panel to talk mess about Dwight Howard just, shortly after he got engaged to get married again. And we all know the rumors about Dwight Howard. It is what it is. But his ex-wife hates him. And she's going on platforms telling all his business. So I would tell men to be mindful about telling women, even the woman that you're married to, everything that you're going through, especially if it's near and dear to your heart. That's what therapy is for. Okay? Now, when you're married and you're going through issues and the house has something that needs to be fixed or you need to throw money at something and you don't know where you're going to get it, of course, your wife needs to know those things. But I'm talking about any past traumas that you still dealing with or you're in therapy for. I would be hesitant to tell a woman everything just because there is an underlying thing that some women do and they will use it against you. That's all I'm saying. Be mindful of that. I'm not telling you what to do, but we've seen this play out too many times. Shaq caught flack for telling men not to tell women everything because they're going to use it against you. This is all been shared on multiple platforms. A lot of guys have been saying that because we could see the examples of that happening. I think he was trying to be safe, and not trying to rock the boat. But yes, just be mindful. And I know the pushback. And let me tell men this. You don't need women to agree with you on this situation. You don't. You don't need women to affirm you because they're going to use shaming language to say, what? If you married the woman, then that means that you trust her. You should tell her everything. Absolutely not. You still need to make sure that you hold some things near and dear to your heart and address it in therapy if it bothers you that much. If it's something that you need to work through and you just need to vent and you may cry, I would advise to get some of your trusted friends, your male friends that can listen to you so you can get that shit off your chest. Because even though women say they don't mind when a man cries in front of them, that shit will get old fast. So if something go bad at work every time and you go into your wife crying, they can't help but look at you in a different way. They not going to tell you that because they going to see this video and be like, man, this dude, he lying. You should be telling your wife everything. Absolutely not. They know what it is. Okay? Just be mindful of that. Okay? Let's get to it.
That's just the way. That's just to keep everybody safe. Because I don't want you blindsided about something, and I shouldn't be blindsided of you.
Okay. So it looks like we have a solid connection. So Ashley, it was a pleasure having you here. Please do me a favor, go backstage, and we will call you back in just a few.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Thank you. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure on mine.
All right. So are you ready for contestant number 2? All right. Let's bring Alana to the stage.
Hi,
Good afternoon.
how are you doing?
Doing good. Christopher Rowe.
Beautiful Alana. So please do me a favor, y'all. Get acquainted.
Well, I like to start off with where you from?
Me, I'm originally from Chesapeake, Virginia.
Okay. I'm going to stop it right there because I do not want to be biased. I get on the guys about their teeth. I'm going to tell the ladies the same thing. Once you get to a particular age, you have to invest in the orthodontist. If you have crooked teeth, you got to get that fixed. This is a pretty young woman. But once she starts, to get older and she gets the funds, I would suggest she invests in her teeth because that's the first thing that people see. And I know women, it's a little bit different because men will kind of overlook certain things because you got all, other reasons to overlook it. And we all know what I'm talking about, right? But I say the same thing to guys when they come up on here and they got messed up teeth. The same thing with this young woman. So I would invest in getting your teeth fixed. Okay.
And I moved to Charlotte about 2008 and have kind of been here ever since. And in between that time, I've also lived in New Jersey and Pennsylvania where I have family and Florida.
Okay, so you from up north, and what brought them back up? You from up north? What brought you to the south?
Really family. That's really important to me, being family oriented, and having that support system around me.
Okay, okay.
Okay, and I'm looking in the chat. I opened it up. I went away from the super chat side, so I see a lot of guys saying she cool. She cool. Let's keep watching.
So what's your relationship like with God?
Yeah. So I've been saved for about 3 years now. I'm on my abstinence journey for 2 years.
You heard that? Let's go back.
Important to me, being family oriented, and having that support system around me.
Okay. So what's your relationship like with God?
Yeah. So I've been saved for about 3 years now. I'm on my abstinence journey for 2 years.
Is that a problem, guys? So she's been saved for 3 years now, and I'm creating a timeline here. She's been saved for 3 years. She's on her abstinence journey for 2 years. Keep that in mind. Let's continue.
And my relationship with Christ is every morning I wake up and pray, and I do some Bible study, and just throughout the day I'm talking to the Lord about my journey, my path, my purpose, and how I can be more like Him and live out my life as a Christian on earth.
Okay, absolutely. Relationship with God was important to have a prayer routine that I go through on a day-to-day basis. So that's definitely important. So what type of work are you in?
So I work in the healthcare field. I am an admissions director and a scheduler for a nursing home here in Charlotte.
Okay. That's a beautiful thing. My grandmother used to work at a nursing home when I was coming up, so that's good to see. And what's your ideal first date?
So my ideal first date is really just like a small, intimate conversation with the person that I'm like dating, just to get to know one another, seeing what our values are, what your goals are in life, and seeing how we align with God's purpose.
Good answer.
Absolutely. And where do you see yourself in about 5 years?
So for me, I hope to be a homeowner, debt free, and also have a few more licenses under my name with my career in healthcare.
Any particular type of license you're going to get?
Yes. So I am in hopes of getting my CNA license, and then even further doing an administrator license for a nursing home.
Okay.
All right. Any questions you have for me?
Hey, you guys know I like the healthcare field. That's why I'm in. That's what I'm in. So yeah, anybody talk about healthcare, hey, you good with me? Let's continue.
Of course. So are you also from the Charlotte area, or where are you from?
No, ma'am. I'm from a small town called North South Carolina.
Gotcha. And so are you alone by yourself here in Charlotte?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay.
Moved here to Charlotte in February of this year.
Oh, nice. Nice. How are you liking Charlotte so far?
So far, so good. I came up here because I got promoted with work. So, I've been enjoying the area, seeing what it has to offer.
Gotcha. And what are some of your goals that you're hoping to attain in the next year?
Next year, I definitely look to move up again with my job. I became a district manager in February this year. I'm looking to become a division manager next year. That's my number one goal. Number one, definitely.
And what are you looking for in a future partner when it comes to dating and marriage?
Well, I definitely do look forward to being married. I do want to get married. I also want to have another kid, stuff like that, one that I can see every day. My relationship with my daughter is very strong, but she's not in the house with me every day. I do aspire to be the full-blown family man with the house, the white picket fence, minus the dog. I don't like dogs.
No dogs.
Okay.
No dogs.
That's definitely my goals in terms of dating and marriage.
Gotcha. And what's your relationship like with the mother of your children?
The relationship is good. The relationship is healthy. I communicate with her when need be. My daughter has a cell phone, so I can call her directly to talk to her on a day-to-day basis. But when I hear from her mother, just know it's time to handle business.
Gotcha. And what are you looking for in a motherly figure for your daughter, since the goal is marriage?
That's a really good question.
Really good.
So when I look for somebody who I want to bring around my child, I look for somebody she can learn from. Of course, she's going to learn from her mother and her grandmother and stuff like that, but somebody who I bring into my life, because I'm very close with my daughter, I want to be somebody who she can learn from, somebody who can teach as well, and somebody who's not afraid to step up to that challenge.
So, and I'm glad that she asked that question. That is a really great question to ask, because we hear guys try and explain this to women. If you are an OF girl and you sitting there saying that it don't matter what I do, a man should just accept me for the way I am, but he has to think about his kids. You're going to be teaching these buckaroos. Do you really think he want a woman that's doing, OF? to be, watching over the kids that he has? No. So that's why that question was important. So shout out to that young lady. Good on her. Let's continue.
Because my daughter, she's very possessive about her father.
Yeah.
She's very possessive about her father.
That's a daddy's girl here.
Somebody's who's definitely not scared of the challenge to step in and help out when we need it.
And
So,
I'm sorry, Minga.
no, you got one more question. Let's follow up.
One more question. Oh, that's hard. I was gonna ask it. Are you comfortable with someone also having kids as well? Because I do have a 3.5-year-old son. So I've been saved for about 3 years now. I'm on my abstinence journey for 2 years.
That's cool.
What about now? We good? Single men? So, kid that's 3.5 years old, saved at 3 years, been abstinent for 2 years. Oh, it's not done. And remember, if you look at the thumbnail that I put on there, she's a very godly young woman, sweet voice, little petite thing, very cute. But you never judge a book by its cover. And she's going to explain why. Listen.
That's cool. I can't, I can't look down on somebody for having something I have. You have a 3.5-year-old. My daughter's 8. So
to follow up that question, what are you looking for in a father figure for your son?
So I'm looking for someone who's kind and gentle and also humble. I feel like nowadays in the dating scene, a lot of men, they lead with money and they lead with their careers. And it's like, I want someone that's going to be nurturing to my relationship with him, as well as nurturing to my son, because I'm looking for a father figure that is going to be a positive role model for him in the future, and being able to, lead in a family with God at the center of everything.
And is a co-parent relationship good amongst y'all?
Yes, so I do work well with his father as well as his grandparents that are in town, but his father is away in jail, to be quite honest with you. So.
And that's why I said you never judge a book by its cover. There were a lot of guys commenting under my thumbnail, looking at the other young woman and looking at her. Oh, yeah, she seems to be the best choice. But now that you get the full story, and mind you, she's doing what she needs to do. She found God, but it's funny. You have to question, how did a man that's actually in jail get access to this sweet woman? What y'all think now?
He's not in the picture, but he does call often to check up on his son.
So that's going to be a question that's going to get brought up.
So, and this is the conversation that they had after the show. I want you guys to let me know in the comments if she answered GMT's question. You determine that, especially single guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you do know that. So, you don't have to disclose any personal information. You know what I'm saying? I totally get it. Like that could be private. But is everything good with that situation though, as far as like him coming out soon and being a part of the child's life? Because I know there's going to be some guys in your inbox. They're going to want to hit you up.
So I mean, when it comes to dating, I'm very intentional. If I get asked out on a date, I may say yes, I may say no. If I feel like the guy is like, I'm interested, like there's initial attraction and like we've talked a little bit before, so I feel like we do have some common ground to start on, I'll go out on a date. But I'm very intentional with like who I want around me in my circle, because it also, I'm thinking about this person like, being around my son as well in the future. But I want to develop and grow as a woman of God, and I want to continue to move that forward, and I don't want somebody else to try to like stop me. So I want him to also be in an exponential growth himself and what he's doing in his life, and that we're gonna meet at some point together to like grow in the future.
Now, did she answer the question? What y'all think? Did she answer GMT's question about her baby father being in jail? Did y'all hear anything? Let me know in the chat.
Okay, very good, very good. So seems like they had a chance to truly get to meet each other. Thank you so much. We will call you back in a few. It was a pleasure.
Little sweet thing, goodness.
All right, so that
Okay, now this is where it gets good. Also, never judge a book by its cover. Let's get to it.
was a good meet. The next one we're looking for, hopefully, if we find a good match for you, my guy, is Vanessa.
Good afternoon, Miss Vanessa.
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Pleasure all mine.
Yo, what y'all think? We got Vanessa up here. What up, though? Everything hanging out, ain't it? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Thank you.
So let's get acquainted with each other. He said, you too. So
Hey, he's stuttering over there. Hey, that brother GMT called him out. Hey, that brother stuttering. Hey, that brother's starving.
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Yes, sir, brother.
Officer, you wouldn't believe the skirt this girl got on here. Just 2 inches above the thing. You know what I'm talking about. Yes, sir.
Yes. And of course, I'm going to go in. And I sent this to my friend, and she was like, well, how old is she? And she's 22 years old. Does that give her a pass to dress like this? Everything hanging out? And of course, I had to make sure. I was like, man, maybe she's just doing this for the show. No. On her Instagram, everything out. She in costumes, all type of shit. So that's her attire. That's how she dresses. And I see a lot of guys about, oh yeah, yummy. When you say that, are you talking about, oh, I would marry this woman? Or are you talking about sneaking in? And that's it. Because this woman is essentially looking for a partner. She's looking for somebody to marry. That's why she's on the show. So do you consider her a wife or another thing? That's the biggest question that you guys have to ask. Because all y'all asses was in there talking about, oh man, that's what I'm talking about. Now what? You marrying this woman dressed like that? And let me tell you this. If you do marry this woman and she dressed like this when you met her, shut the hell up if she still dressed like that when you married. I don't want to hear shit out your mouth. Baby, you need to change. You need to wear something more modest. F you. You met this woman half naked, so she gonna stay half naked on your ass. So don't be asking her to change shit. That's what you get. I'm talking straight to y'all men that get into these marriages with these women that be wearing sheer outfits and hanging out, and now you complaining that she always naked all the time. You met her like that, so she gonna stay that way unless she decide to change.
you feel when you first hit that corner and you saw Chris for the first time?
He's cute, but I don't think he would be like my type of guy that I would choose like off style, because I feel like my style is a little bit different. I mean, maybe I could like,
Okay.
I don't know. I just don't think that it would have possibly been a match. Just
So
off,
what's
like,
your style
first
like?
meeting.
What's your style like as far as like a man's aesthetic?
Okay. So I like kind of like a, I don't know, like maybe it's because I'm down here. So everyone dresses kind of like in a streetwear, but kind of classy vibe. But like I do like men who wear streetwear, like especially like with fashion and like different layering. I don't know. I like it a little bit more like an alternative, or like very like your personality shows with your like with what you wear.
You should have met Sydney.
So I feel like with his
I should have put
personality,
you in
I
front
really
of Sydney
couldn't
last
know
week.
how he would be. Right.
So GMT said I should have matched you with Sydney. Yeah, she said she liked the streetwear. I think I described one of these young men as street urban wear, right? Sydney, there you go. That's what she liked. But this guy not dressed like that. So and you could tell and shout out to the young kids, their aesthetics don't match. Okay? She half naked, he's moderately dressed, they ain't got on no labels. She don't like that. But Sydney might have been in there. So let's get to it.
So let's get acquainted with each other.
First thing first, I'm Chris. I'm from South Carolina. What about yourself?
I'm Vanessa. I'm from Columbia, South Carolina.
Columbia, South Carolina? Oh, really? I went to Benedict College, so I lived there for about, I lived there since I was 18.
That's great.
Okay. So you were born and raised in Columbia?
Yes. Well, yes, technically.
All right, so what brought you up to Charlotte?
I'm getting my master's at the moment. I graduated from Limestone with a bachelor's.
Okay, so what school you go attending to get your master's?
UNC,
UNC Chapel Hill?
Fair use.
Charlotte,
Oh, okay. Okay. So what's your field of study?
communications.
Communications. Okay, so you communicate well in a relationship, I hope.
Good question.
Depends.
On what?
I would say it depends on if the person is good at communicating as well. I feel like I communicate a little strong.
Well,
I'm
strong.
Italian and Puerto Rican, so.
And I know it wasn't about me, because he knows that I hate when men call me baby. And yes, people are allowed their private thoughts, and I shouldn't be so angry. But I am Latin, so I get to feel whatever I want.
Well, strong is better than none at all.
Yep.
So we can work with that.
I caught y'all asses. Let me show you something real quick. Y'all letting that woman get away with that shit? She said that she a strong communicator and all this type of stuff. That's a red flag. But sometimes, black men, I'm calling your asses to the table. Argumentative Hispanic woman, spicy Latina equals good. Argumentative black woman equals combative, bad. F y'all. It's the same down the line. Don't change up now. Okay? Now, that's where Chris should have called her out. Be like, hey, man, that's a red flag. Be like, nah, man, that's not cool. And maybe, he may have went with her or not. But don't switch up now. You heard that woman. It's the same thing over and over again, okay? Same thing. Black women, combative. Hispanic women, combative when they do that shit as well. Caught your ass.
You know that's going to come up in the comment section too. When you say you communicate a little strong, what does that mean?
Like, I'm strong when I communicate. Like, I don't know. It depends on, like, the situation.
You put a little muscle
like,
behind it.
I know. Yeah, like, I'm not really good at sugarcoating. I'm very blunt. I'm very to the point. I don't like acting like everything's fine. I'm not that female. Like, if it's not fine, it's not fine. And that's how it is. Like, I'm not the one who's like, bro, you can't just get over it. No, I can't. I'm sorry. No, I'm stuck. Like, I can't get over it. So
So
yeah.
you're a little feisty, pretty much, right? You don't let it slide. You're like, hold on, we got to talk about this, and we're gonna talk about it right now.
Yeah, I'm not the like, let's wait until after. Like, no, because then I'm gonna get more upset the more we're waiting just to have a simple conversation. So that
I'm with that. I
can't
actually
do that.
respect that. I respect that. I think that's how me personally. That's how I think it's supposed to be.
It should be
I
like
think that's
that.
how it's supposed to be. Exactly. You deal with your problems as they come.
Right.
I'm with you.
All right. So I'm going to respectfully disagree with GMT and that young woman there. As a corporate man in the healthcare field, that is absolutely a red flag. Because if you have this woman in public and something pisses her off, let's say that one of your coworkers is a female and she comes up and she says something to you and she grabs her arm or whatever, just being friendly. That type of woman going to go off on your ass in public. So you need to watch that shit. She said, I'm going to address it as soon as it happens. No, a feminine woman, a respectable woman is going to wait and then address it with him after they get out of that setting. And you young men, you may not be in these types of, I guess, crowds yet, where you have to present yourself in a certain way. But you will understand if you get a woman like this who thinks that it's okay to address certain problems right when they happen. No, you need to wait until you're in private and especially around your kids. If you have kids with this woman, y'all should not be arguing in front of your buckaroos. That's a bad habit. You need to go away so your kids don't see that and you can address it in your own room behind closed doors. These types of women, they don't care where the hell you at. You're going to get a fruit thrown at you in the grocery store if you look at a woman the wrong way. Watch out. Okay, so like I said, I'm going to respectfully disagree and I'm going to put the young men on some game here. Listen to women when they say things like this. That's a red flag. Okay, let's continue.
So what's your ideal first date?
Something casual, comfortable, like nothing with like too much pressure. Like nothing with too much pressure.
You drink coffee?
And wine.
Okay. I can make something work with that.
Sounds like a
She
coffee date for the first date.
Right.
So she said, he said, you drink coffee? She said, yeah, and wine. Hey, she's trying to get to it.
So how does so how's your relationship with God? Are you a God-fearing woman?
Yes.
Okay, absolutely. That's good to hear. Anything you want to know about me?
How old are you?
I'm 28. What about yourself?
I'm 22.
Okay.
Are you ready to marry somebody?
I definitely have aspirations on being married.
Yeah,
Definitely have aspirations on being married, a full-blown family man.
that's great. Do you have kids?
Yes, ma'am. I have an 8-year-old daughter.
Do you have a good relationship?
With my daughter, absolutely, 110%.
That's great.
And the relationship with a mother is good as well.
That's even better. Love that.
100% just strictly co-parenting, man. Strictly co-parenting. We work well together. We get the job done, man.
What did you do after college?
What did I do after college? I'm in the restaurant industry. I'm a district manager for Waffle House.
Hey, man, I'm gonna actually reach out to this brother because he a district manager at Waffle House. I love Waffle House, brother. Hey, let's be friends, man. Hey, I gotta stay away from Waffle House. We got one where I live close to me, and I have to avoid that shit like the plague. I love Waffle House. So, brother, hey, you good with me. As long as I can get me a, what is it, the All-American, the All-Star, whatever, we good, brother. Shout out to you. I love Waffle House, man.
That's great. You making money?
Yeah, I make decent money.
Yeah. You ever want to further that?
Yes, so I just became a district manager in February.
Hey, did y'all think that was a red flag? Listen, hold on.
After college, I'm in the restaurant industry. I'm a district manager for Waffle House.
That's great. You making money?
Yeah.
When she say you making money, of course he making money. What you asking for? What you on? What you trying to get into?
Make decent money.
Yeah. You ever want to further that?
Yes, so I just became a district manager in February, and I have aspirations on becoming a division manager next year.
Okay. Yeah.
And so
Sounds
what's your ideal job that you're looking for once you get to the master's?
News broadcasting.
News broadcasting. Channel 19 or Channel 26?
Or sports.
Okay.
She misses slight joke. I guess those Channel 19 or whatever other channel you said, I guess that's in the local area. So she kind of missed that joke. It's all good. I caught it, Chris.
Like just anything with communications in that kind of field.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's your spare time activities?
Well, right now I still do sports. So my sports kind of take up most of my time. But other than that, just my dogs.
Dogs.
2 dogs.
Minus the dog. I don't like dogs.
No dog. No dogs.
That's definitely my goals in terms of dating and marriage. Oh.
Let's tell her how you feel about dogs.
I don't like dogs. I really don't like dogs.
There's the camera.
So and that's kind of rare. I've rarely heard men say that they don't like dogs. Hey, maybe he has some traumatic happen when he was a kid. Lord knows I got chased a couple of times by some rabid dogs running around in the street. But yeah, I rarely hear men say that they don't like dogs. I rarely hear anybody say that they don't like dogs.
Oh, that's
What sports you play?
that hurts my heart.
So there's no compromise for love, for marriage.
I don't know how he would compromise because I can't get rid of my dog.
So what kind of dogs do you have?
I have a pit bull. Her name is Zara, and then I have a lab, and his name is Maximus. Super cute, super nice, very well trained.
I can laugh.
Are you shaming?
Are there allergies or something? What's going on here?
I'm not shaming pit bulls.
My pit bull is better than my lab. Yeah.
I find that very hard to believe.
You ever met her? It's great. That's crazy. Why don't you like dogs? You have trauma.
I don't have trauma. I've just never been a fan of 4-legged animals.
What?
If I ain't watching them on Animal Planet, it's just not my thing.
Okay, so this kind of threw a monkey wrench into everything. You know what I'm saying? Vanessa out there hanging out. You know what I'm saying? 2 inches above the thing. But he like, nah, them dogs.
Well, if you're willing to compromise and be nice to my dog, I think we should make this work.
Well, I have to
Okay, so she said you can compromise and be nice to my dog. We can make this work. The reason why I pointed that out is because on the catch up, as you guys heard earlier, she was saying that she didn't like him. But everything changed once they do the little interview after the show. And they won't admit this, but it is a level of disdain there when they get disqualified from winning the guy. Because you guys heard what she said. Compromise and we can make this work. That don't sound nothing like what she said on that damn interview. I didn't like him. I didn't like his style. Caught your ass too. Y'all asses.
Watch y'all at the dog park or something before I come and meet them dogs.
So there is a compromise then, right?
We could try.
We could try. I like that. Listen, trying is better than nothing, right? Yeah. So with that being said, do you have any other follow-up questions for him?
I don't.
You don't? Okay.
Not that I could think of at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we will see how far this goes. I will love to bring you back on the stage. So we will call you back in a few.
Okay.
Thank you so much
Thank
for joining
you.
this portion of the show.
Nice meeting you.
All right. Oh, which one do you want to start with to say you didn't like? And also, before she even comes out, tell us why you didn't like her. Let's pick the mic up real quick.
Well, I'm going to say I wasn't really contestant number 3. I will eliminate because this wasn't, the conversation wasn't like there. It didn't flow well. And that just really wasn't, we didn't hit it off. So it's just like, that's just, yeah.
Contestant number 3. So Vanessa. So with that being said, let's bring Vanessa. Hello again, Vanessa. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
And you look lovely, by the way.
Officer, you wouldn't believe the skirt this girl got on here. Just 2 inches above the thing. You know what I'm talking about. Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
So this portion, he chose not to go with you.
Okay.
Do you want to explain to her as to why?
Miss, you are very.
So let me go ahead. I got to bring this up. So I have to explain to women why Malik said this. He said, I still smash 3 though. Remember, this is a meet to marry. These are women looking for potential husbands. But when you show up on the show looking like this, everything hanging out, the first thing that most men think is I want to sneak in. They're not thinking nothing about marriage. So you may attract certain types of guys that just gonna say what they need to say because they see that you pretty much down by the way you dress, and that may not be true, but that's the type of energy that you're gonna attract. So speaking to young women, she's 22 years old. If you don't mind being portrayed like that and you can navigate the world, by the way you dress and you're perfectly fine, continue doing what you're doing. Don't listen to my old ass. But if you are a woman who is mindful about the type of men that you may attract, then you may need to change your attire. Okay? And I know it don't matter what I got on, men gonna look regardless. It's not about looking, it's about what you attract. Use one of y'all words, energy, the energy that you attract. You come out the house looking like that, half naked, then you're gonna attract the type of guys that's gonna approach you with that type of energy that I'm trying to get you fully naked. Okay? Listen to your aunt. All right? Let's get to it.
Attractive woman, but I just feel like in the midst of our conversation, there wasn't the kind of connection that I was really looking for in this time frame.
Well, that's okay.
That's okay. Yeah. And how do you feel about him?
I knew it wasn't gonna be me though. You told me you didn't like dogs.
Oh,
I was like, yeah, I don't know if we can make that work. I don't know. But yeah,
it really wasn't the dogs. I really wasn't. I'm not terrified of dogs, anything like that. I mean, it's just not something I'm big on.
Pick the mic up.
Yeah, I'm not big on dogs. It wasn't like I'm scared of them, anything like that. But
no, it's fine.
It really was just like the conversation didn't flow, and it wasn't really the connection that I was really looking for.
Yeah, that's okay.
That's okay on that.
Okay, so he said it wasn't the dogs. He just didn't like the conversation. Okay.
Of course.
Wish you best of luck on this.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And we will see you again.
Yes, sir.
All right.
What y'all think? Okay, we got number 1 and number 2 left. Man, y'all are against number 2. Let's see. Let's get to it. Here we go.
Let's talk about this. Who is the next lady that you was not feeling?
This was a very difficult decision. Contestant 1 and contestant 2 definitely had the connection I was looking for. The conversation flowed, career-oriented women, God-fearing women, all the stuff that I'm necessarily looking for was just it. So it's no wrong choice, but it's just one is just more right than the other.
Okay. So who you have Alana and you have Ashley.
Here we go.
Ashley was contestant 1. Alana was contestant 2.
We gonna have to go with contestant number 2, Alana. We'll have to eliminate her.
Oh,
okay.
Alana. Let's bring our lovely Alana back to the stage.
So
Welcome back to the show, Alana.
All right.
Thank you.
So, unfortunately, he chose not to go with you on this round. So, would you like to explain to her why?
Well, it was a very difficult decision between you and contestant one, and both of y'all are very career-oriented women, God-fearing women. You know, the stuff that I look for. So it's necessarily there's no wrong answer. It's just contestant one just seemed a little bit more right.
No, I totally understand that. Do what's best for you and what God is leading you to.
Absolutely, man. I wish you best of luck with everything.
Thank you.
Hold on. How did you feel about Chris?
I generally just wanted to hear more about him. He seems like a good guy, and it's good that he is doing well for himself, and he wants a stronger relationship with his daughter, or being more present in a family's life. So I think he's on the right path when it comes to dating to marry. So
That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining the show, Alana. We will see you around.
yes,
Thank you. So now it is time to bring our very last contestant to the stage. Now, this is your final pick. This is who you are interested in. Okay, so let's pray we have a connection and we have a match. Let's bring Ashley to the stage.
Okay, so remember, guys, they still have to agree to match. So he selected her last, right? So she still has to, say, hey, I'm feeling the same way. So let's see if it plays out. Fair use.
Hello, beautiful
Hello
Ashley.
again.
Hi. So I'm going to allow you to break the news.
Well, you the one I actually feel like I had a strongest connection with, and I'd like for you to be my match for today. How do you feel about that?
Okay.
I would like that.
All right, that's a beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing.
So hold on, y'all. It looks like we have a match. So are we saying that this is going to be a connection?
Absolutely.
And for you?
I concur.
Then we got a match, y'all. This is awesome.
That's what I'm
Make
talking
some
about.
noise. All right.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, thank y'all so much for joining the show.
Thank you for having me.
I'll take the mics and you guys can walk into Maryland together. All right.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Black women, come on to the front of the congregation. I thought light skin was black men preference. Our preference, right? There's 2 light skinned women up there, but he decided to go with the peanut butter skin, caramel, beautiful black queen, Ashley. I thought that was black men's preference. And it was a half-naked light-skinned woman up there. And he still picked the peanut butter skin, dimpled black woman. Y'all asses. I see the videos. Black men's preference. Looking at Ocho Cinco on them. I seen it. Caught y'all asses. Yeah. Shout out to GMT with MEET2MARRY. I think that was the best episode so far. It was the best one for me to review because it was so many twists and turns. And I think you guys enjoyed that, man. So yeah, so shout out to GMT, shout out to MEET2MARRY, shout out to Chris, stand up, brother. You know what I'm saying? Hit me up, Waffle House. Hey, All-Star. Yeah, we need it. But and shout out to Ashley, beautiful Ashley. I think they're gonna do very well. Good match. I think they complement each other, and hopefully, everything goes well. Much success to them. So.